All right, Miss Marion here. Sorry I'm not here today. I have a really bad cold. I actually might be gone for a couple of days. Please be nice to my subs. Because you do have a quiz on Friday. So make sure you understand this stuff. Here's our starter. So get out your starter page. Go ahead and go through these and then answer them and then come back to me and make sure you understand these because you're going to need to know them on Friday. All right, so number one, let's go ahead and solve for it. We put a line down the middle, right? So who wants to be with the 21? It's the positive one or the add one. So let's make it a 0. So we're going to put subtract off 1 or opposite, right? So then we're going to have 2x, positive, negative, 1s go away. 21 minus 1 is 20. Then we want to go ahead and solve for x. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to divide by 2 because these two are multiplying on both sides. And then 2 divided by 2 leaves 1 or x by himself. 20 divided by 2 is 10. So number 1, x equals 10. All right, so let's look at number 2. Let's multiply in our 3. So we're going to have 3x minus 3 equals 2x plus 7. Both sides are crowded, so it does not matter which side we start with. I'm going to go ahead and move my 2x. That's a positive 2x. And I'm going to subtract off 2x from both sides. We're going to have 1x minus 3 equals 7. And then we're going to go ahead and we want to get 1x by himself. So the negative 3 or the minus 3 wants to be with 7. So it's subtract off 3. So we are going to add 3 to both sides. And then we have 1x equals 7 plus 3 is 10. And then if we need to, we can go ahead and we can divide by 1 on both sides to get x by himself, right? But 10 divided by 1 is 10. So 1, x equals 10, and x equals 10 is the same thing. But you can still do that final step if you like. All right, number 3. So first up, I would combine like terms. Yes, we're going to draw a line down the middle. But I would combine like terms. I would do 4x plus 2x, which is 6x plus 5. And then we have 6x plus 1. So I like to combine my terms. And so I'm going to subtract off 6x from both sides. That's going to leave 5 on the right hand and a 1 on the other. So notice how my variables are gone. So I moved all of my variables onto one side and all my variables are gone. And we're going to read this. Does 5 equal 1? Is that true or false? This is false. Right? False. Right? So then what is our answer when we have a false statement? That means there's no solution. What does that mean? There is not an x I can put into the equation to make both sides equal. All right, let's go ahead to number 4. So again, I like to go ahead and get my variables on one side. So I'm going to subtract off 2x from both sides. So then I have 3 equals 3 because the 2x, positive, negative 2x cancel each other out. Positive, negative 2x cancel each other out. Let's read this. Is this a true or false statement? 3 equals 3. That is a true statement. Yay, right? And so there's a couple of answers you can say. You can say true for all numbers. You can also have infinite many solutions. Both of these mean the same thing, and you're going to actually see this both. So just kind of remember that. All right, so let's go ahead and look at number 5. All right, so what's the first thing we need to go? Let's multiply in our 8. Yes, you draw a line down the middle. Okay, so 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 2 is 4, so that's a minus 4x. And then we still have the 3 minus 4x and positive 5. Well, what else can we do? Let's combine like terms. Let's add the positive 3 and the positive 5, which is 8. And then we're still going to leave that negative 4x. And then on the other side, we still have the same thing, right? So let's go ahead and I like to move variables onto the left-hand side. So I'm going to add 4x to be over here with this 4 stuff. Negative 4x plus 4x is a 0. Cancel it out, leaves 8. 16 is still there. Negative 4x, positive 4x makes 0. Leaves the 16 itself. Oh, there's no variables. Let's read the statement. Is this a true or false statement? Does 8 equal 16? No, this is a false statement. That means we have no solution. So the answer is not just false. The answer is no solution. The answer is not true. It's true for all values or infinite many solutions. You have to write down those words. Can you abbreviate it? No. Write down all the words. Okay? So here is our starter. Make sure that you have that. Make sure you have it on your page. All right, let's go ahead and get out our workbook. Let's turn to page 128. And let's read the I can statement. So I can solve equations with different numbers of solutions. Go ahead and give yourself a number. So 1, I don't remember. 2, I kind of remember it. 3, I do remember it. And 4, I can teach it to my friend. My variables. And then let's go ahead and turn to page 55. And it says, consider the unfinished equation 12x minus 3 equals 18. And we're going to match, we're going to put A in there and see what the answer is. We're going to put B in there, see what the answer is, and put C in there and see what the answer is. So let's go ahead and let's do that together. So we start out with 12x, oops, let's actually copy down how it is. So 12x minus 3 plus 18 equals, and then we're going to put 6 2x minus 3 in it, okay? So let's go ahead and let's solve this and see if it's a one solution, no solution, or all solutions. So let's go ahead and multiply in our 12. So 12 times x is 12x. 12 times 3 is 36 plus 18. Now let's multiply in our 6. 6 times 2x is 12x. 6 times 3 is 18. All right, is there anything else we can go ahead and combine together? Yes, so let's go ahead and let's combine negative 13 and 18. So negative 36 and 18, put that together. We're going to get negative 18. We're still going to have our 12x, and then 12x minus 18. So I'm going to move all my variables onto the left-hand side. And I'm going to subtract off 12x. So notice I have negative 18 equals negative 18. This is a true statement. So what does this mean? We have true for all statements, true for all numbers. So true for all numbers. All right, so let's do the same thing. So I'm going to put some dotted lines underneath it. So this was A. Let's do B. So we're going to have 12 x minus 3 plus 18 equals, we're going to put 3x minus 3. All right, so let's go ahead and multiply in our 12. We're going to have 12x minus 36 plus 18. And then we're going to have 12x minus 12, not 3. Multiply it by both. And then let's go ahead and combine like terms. So negative 36. Okay, you put it in your calculator, just how it looks. Is negative 18, so we're going to have 12x minus 18 equals 12x minus 12. I like 12, my variable's on the left-hand side, so I'm going to subtract off 12x from both sides. I'm going to get negative 18 equals negative 12. So this is false. What is our answer? No solution. Not false, but no solution. And then let's go ahead and try C. So we are going to say 12x minus 3 plus 18 equals 2x minus 3. Okay, multiplying your 12, we're going to have 12x minus 36 plus 18, because you have to do both, equals 4 times 2x is 8x, and 12. Let's combine like terms. We've been doing this for a little bit, right? So we have 12x minus 18, 8x minus 12. So I'm going to subtract off 8x from both sides. So we're going to say 12 minus 8. We have 4x minus 18 equals negative 12. Let's add 18 to both sides. So we're going to get 4x equals, well, it's negative 12 plus 18. That is 6. That should be 18. And then we're going to divide by 4. So 6 divided by 4 is 1.5, okay, or 1/1/4, or 1/1/2, or 3/2. So what does this mean? This is one solution. So C is one solution, meaning that 1.5 is the only number that will go into the equation to make it true. So kind of a little different. It is kind of a review of what we did yesterday, but make sure you understand it. We're going to do some more of it in a bit. All right, so let's turn to page 56, and this is activity 3. It says for each equation, determine if it's no solution, exactly one solution, or it's true for all values, or infinite many solutions. So again, easiest way to do it is to go ahead and solve it. So let's subtract off 7x from both sides. So this is A, number 1A. So we're going to have negative 1x plus 8 equals 13. And then we want to move the 8, so let's subtract off 8 from both sides. So we're going to get negative 1x equals, what's 13 minus 8? That is 5. And we're going to divide by negative 1. So then x equals negative 5. So this is, has exactly one solution. All right, so let's look at the second one. B, so let's multiply in our 2. So we have 6x plus 8. So 6x plus 8. Again, I like to use move my variables onto the left-hand side, so I'm going to subtract off 6x from both sides. As long as you kind of come down here, your variables are gone, and then you have to read the statement. So you might have a different statement than mine, but if it still reads true, because 8 equals 8, this is true, then what is my answer? It is true for all values. All right, so it's not just true. Okay, it's true for all values. Let's try the last one. Let's go ahead and I'm going to move my 6 onto the other side. So I get 8 equals 13. This is false. So the answer is not just false. Okay, the answer is no solution. There is no number in here that will make both sides true. Okay, so so you're getting the pattern as far as what we need to do. All right, now you kind of know how to do this. Go ahead and try number 2 and then come back to me. All right, so I'm going to kind of work through this really quickly. So 1/4 times 12 is 3. 1/4 times 4x is 1x. And then we have 3 minus x. I'm going to move 1x to the other side to be with his friend. 3 equals 3. This should be true for all values of x. All right, moving on. I like to move my value numbers to be themselves. So either 1x, or we can actually just look at it as just x. Let's just do it as x. So I'm going to add x to both sides. So those two go away. We have a 3. We have a negative 3. So I have x plus x. How many x's do I have there total? I have 2 x's total. Oh, okay, that's a little different. So let's add 3 to both sides. So we get 2x equals 6. Okay, I'm out of room. So 2x equals 6. Let's go ahead and keep on solving it. So we're going to divide by 2. So x is going to equal 3. So that is one solution. What is that solution? X equals 3. All right, last one. Let's try it. We know what the answer was going to be, but let's try it. So we're going to start off x from both sides. So negative 3 equals 3. This is false. So this is not false as the answer. It's no solution, meaning there's no number that goes into here that is going to make both sides true. All right, you know the drill for number 3. Go ahead and try it and then come back to me. All right, walking through it. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms. Negative 5x minus 3x is negative 8x plus 2. Negative 8x plus 2. Some of you might see a pattern by now, but it's okay. Let's still keep on doing the math. You know what? I like to move variables first. You could move. Actually, you know what? Let's try that. Notice how I'm kind of starting, and not with my variables, but notice how I have negative 8x equals negative 8x, right? Again, I want to go ahead and I want to move all my variables to be on one side. So I'm going to add 8x both sides. So what happens here? Notice I have 0 equaling 0. So can 0 equal 0? Is that a true or false statement? This is true. So what does this mean? That it means it's true for all values, or I'm going to say infinite many solutions. I like that a little bit better. Infinite many solutions. Meaning there's all different numbers I can put in for x that makes it work. I think that answer makes a little bit more sense. All right, let's keep on moving. So combine negative 5x, 3x, negative 8x, minus 4, negative 8x, plus 2. I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, let's move the 4. I know I'm doing this a little bit differently, but some of you are like, but I do it this way. Well, yeah, let's do it, okay? So we have negative 8x. 2 plus 4 is 6. So then I'm going to add 8x to be on the other side with this friend. So I'm to 0 equals 6. Well, this is a false statement. 0 does not equal 6, so this is no solution. So notice how, for those who are like, well, I do it a little differently, notice how you're still going to get the same answer if you're doing your math correctly. All right, C, 8x, or no, that's not 8x. Let's try it one more time. Negative 5 minus 4 is negative 9x. Oh, sorry, cold's getting in the way. Negative 9x minus 2, negative 8x plus 2. We are going to add 2 to both sides. That's what we've been doing. So we have negative 9x equals negative 8x positive 4. Let's add 8x to both sides. So then our answer here is going to be negative 1x equals 4. All right, so negative 1 and x are multiplying, so we need to divide by negative 1. So then x is going to equal negative 4. All right, same thing for number 4. Go ahead and try it. Come back to me. All right, multiply in our 4. So we have 8x minus 8 plus 2 equals, multiply in our 4x minus 8. All right, let's combine like terms. And negative 8 plus 2, negative 6. Yeah, we need our line. 8x, 4x minus 8. I like to move my variables. You can move anybody you want, as long as you're doing the math correctly. We have 4x minus 6. Negative 8. I need to add 6 to both sides. I get 4x equals, well, that's negative 8 plus 6. Oh, that's negative 2. So, sorry, ran out of room. So let's do 4x equals negative 2. I have to go ahead and I need to divide by 4. Sorry. So I'm going to get negative 2 over 4, which is just down to negative 1/2. Sorry. So this is one solution. All right, next one. Multiplying in our 2, 4x 4x minus 3. Multiply our 8. 8x minus 8. So notice how this 4x kind of just goes there. We didn't do anything at the first, right? Remember that. And our 4x's together. 8x minus 3. 8x minus 8. Let's add 8 this time. Just to show that we're still going to get the same answer. So we have 8x. 8x. Oh, sorry. Yes. His brain's not working. All right, negative 3 plus 8, put it in your calculator. Oh, I got positive 5, and then 8x, because the 8's go away. Let's subtract off the 8x to be with his friend on the other side. So we have 5 equals 0. This is false. What goes with the false answer? No solution. All right, C, let's do it. 4x stays the same. 2x is 4x minus 6. 8x minus 8 plus 2. Combine like terms. 4x plus 4x is 8x minus 6. 8x, negative 8 plus 2 is negative 6. Again, it doesn't matter where we start. But notice how I have negative 6x equals negative 6x. This is true. So this is true for all values for x or infinite many solutions. And yes, I'm going to ask you to write the full entire sentence. So write the full entire sentence. All right, so for number 5, I went ahead and just worked through these. I know you can write this down, but make sure you actually go through these to make sure you understand it. We have gone through 4 of them already. Notice with this one, notice how x equals 0 is a 1 solution. We talked about it. 0 is on the number line. He is a solution. So just because you got x equals 0, it doesn't make it no solution. It does not make it infinite many solutions or true for all values. It is a 1 solution. So kind of remember that and keep that in mind. But make sure you go through this and make sure you understand it. You're going to have stuff like this on your quiz on Friday. So make sure you do it, okay? All right, so kind of bringing it together, remember we have a 1 solution. There is a 1 solution. There's infinite many solutions. And then there's actually a no solution kind of stuff, right? So we kind of talked about these. These are different type of answers that you can have. So kind of keep that in mind. But the only time when no solution doesn't work is when your variable is gone. You just have numbers there. The only time the infinite many solution is an answer is when your variable is gone and there's only numbers left over. So if you still have variables, if you still have x's, that means you still have to solve it to make it a 1 solution. So kind of keep that in mind when you're going ahead and going through all these. Again, if you don't understand something, pause it, rewind it, go through it again, and make sure you understand this. All right, so on page 128, go back, tell you how you feel as far as solving equations with different numbers of solutions. And so 1, I didn't get it. 2, I kind of got it. 3, I did get it. And 4, I can teach it to my friend. So you should have a worksheet, number of solutions. Make sure that the answers go into Canvas, and then it will go ahead and correct you. Have a good day. Thanks, guys. Bye.